Hello, once and for all. I am your Immortal Afro Josh. You are watching Immortal Afro Gaming, where we will make gaming niche again. Today's gaming news roundup. I am joined by none other than H3 the Game Herb. How you doing?
What's going on? I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Fantastic, man. We got some interesting topics to cover here today, and I'd like to go ahead and start with Capcom. It's pretty old news, but still wanted to cover it as it is, relevant to gaming, seeing as how I'm a player of the mods of the Capcom games on my awesome
Oh,
computer.
cheating ass PC players is what it means.
Yes, it appears we have a disagreement from a console peasant who has yet to understand the full embraced awesomeness that is playing with mods on PC. So
Yeah, the cheaters on PC. Let's see what Capcom has to say about these cheaters.
yeah, like they have any idea whatsoever. But so you have the screen ready to go, or
Uh, no, I can. Give me 1 second.
yeah, I already got it up. If you want to,
Okay, you got it up. It's cool.
yeah, let's go ahead and see what these lames have to say about the best way to experience games. All right, here from a Kotaku article. Capcom states that PC game mods are no different than cheating. A very unintelligent statement to make on the vast array that mods cover in terms of like utility, functionality, and so on and so forth. But let's see what the article has to say. For as long as PC games have been around, people have been modifying them, and while players love being able to mod their games, adding new features or fixes, recent comments reveal that Capcom isn't totally on board with such digital shenanigans, with the publisher suggesting that all PC game mods are effectively cheats.
Shenanigans. I love that
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
I'll just go ahead because I already got plenty of firepower to shut down this whole retarded argument from Capcom and their ignorant position when it comes to mods. Because whatever. Billy Donuts, man, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, and thank you. You are correct. Capcom done lost their damn minds, like they know, like they have any idea.
It
But let's
makes it makes sense.
it only makes sense to you since you only use 2% of your console peasant brain. But anyway, modding Resident Evil games has become a pretty popular trend, with the release of each new game in the horror series bringing a wave of fun new alterations for players. Folks sometimes add out of place characters like Thomas the Tank Engine, CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, into spooky games, often with hilarious or disturbing results. We also seen players remove Leon's shirt from the Resident Evil 4 remake using mods, yet Capcom has some issues with all this modding, suggesting mods can hurt a game's reputation and increase development costs. That's hilarious. The company also says that from a technical standpoint, all mods are cheats. Now, before I continue reading any more of this diatribe, what's your take on what we've covered so far, Mr.
Mm,
H3 game?
I've read some of the article and I've watched some of the video too. And pretty much what they're saying is that anything that's outside of what was originally intended for in the game is considered cheats, which it makes sense. It makes
Mm,
sense. It's like they're not saying they are saying that in some aspects it kind of puts a damper on like their reputation as well. Like for instance, I don't know if you remember, but we had the whole tournament fiasco where the guy forgot to turn off his nude mods.
yeah, Chun-Li.
Yeah, on Chun Li,
Yeah.
and now that got out, and from a business standpoint, can that hurt your reputation or hurt the way some people view the game? Yeah, it can. But even with like back in the day, they used to, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but they used to have the game Genie.
Yeah.
You mind sharing my screen really quick?
Yeah.
But they used to have the Game Genie, right?
Yeah.
Game Genie was like, you put the cartridge in your Sega or your Nintendo, and then you put whatever game you want to play on top of that. And then there's like a list of like codes you would put in to where you
Hmm.
can do things that was outside of what you can normally do in the game. And you could pay for it and it was perfectly fine to do. But even with that, it was still considered cheats. Even
Hmm.
though you can pay for it and do it legally, you know, before mods, it's still a cheat. It's still a cheat code. No matter how you stack it, if you're doing something that wasn't originally intended for in the game,
Hmm.
it's a cheat. So I I understand that from like a business perspective. So I can't really go against it. I know that like certain people like to do certain things in their own home, and that's fine. But I know there's a lot of people that like to advertise all the mods and things like that. And from a business standpoint, I can see how it could hurt a company.
Hmm. 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 I mean, I see. As much as I despise Bethesda, at least they understand that mods mostly grow the lifespan of their games. Well, you got a point there, Billy Donuts, and that'll lead into my point about how this is nonsensical, and from Capcom's perspective, they're just reacting. That's a reactionary reflex from seeing a naked Chun-Li on the screen. Now, I get it. They're a company and they don't want to be like, "Oh, we don't promote this type of stuff, blah blah blah." But at the same time, that's something that they should understand from the jump. Mods have been around forever. And if Capcom wants to pull a Nintendo and control every aspect about how their games are played across every wherever, however people host their tournaments or whatever, they can do that and then lose all of their good reputation that they barely managed to win back thanks to like all of 3 games. So when it
Hmm.
comes to mods, the issue with lumping them all as cheating, I think is very disingenuous because mods come in a variety of flavors with a variety of functionality. For example, there was a story with Dark Souls. I think it was the original Dark Souls 1 on the PC. Wasn't a good PC port, like at all. But some guy on the internet decided to spend his time and energy fixing the game. This is before an official fix from Namco at the time, because I think they were still relatively new at porting games to PC. And I don't know if it was a case of them just moving too slow or they just didn't have the time. But this guy came up with a mod fix that made the game functional, playable. It smoothed out the frame rate, it fixed stuttering, and he didn't get paid any money for this. This is just one of the many reasons why mods are good for gaming. Can mods be used for cheating? Absolutely. Just like how cheat codes being put into your games that don't have any mod support are it's optional. You don't have to add them. You don't have to enable them. You don't have to mess with them outright. I use mods in the majority of the games I play mainly for fun. I like having more fun with my games. Typically, like for example, Monster Hunter World, I have a shit ton of mods in there, but none of those mods are technically could be classified as unspoiled yesterday. What's going on, Steve? But those mods can't really be classified as cheating because a lot of the mods I downloaded for that game make the game harder. Harder hunts, stronger monsters, and outside of that, cosmetic. And mods have been keeping that game alive on the PC platform much longer than it has on the consoles. The consoles, the refresh on the next gen consoles are what allowed that game to get more health or more life in the on for Monster Hunter World on consoles. But on PC, mods breathe almost infinite life into a game. For example, Bethesda games, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That game is as old as dinosaurs, and because of mods, it has lived well beyond its intended life cycle. There's been like 3 or 4 more Bethesda games that have come out since then, and half of them haven't even began to live as long as Elder Scrolls. So, as much as I understand why Capcom would have that type of reaction, it is still, in my humble opinion, foolish, ignorant, and it just straight up it's because it's a reactionary statement. It doesn't take into consideration any of the nuances that mods bring to gaming overall. And that is my 2 cents on the matter. Mods are
Well,
cheating. More like your game
um,
sucks. And then we're making it
I
better.
mean, yeah, but like, see me, I've seen like uh the terrible aspects of the modding, where
Mhm.
like there's you got two people playing Street Fighter and you're online, right? You just want to play some
Mhm.
regular Street Fighter, and then all of a sudden a giant Marissa pops up on the screen, way bigger than you. You can't see what
Mhm.
she's doing, and she's
Mhm.
mauling you, tearing you up, and you're like,
Mhm.
"What is going on? Is this like the positive aspects of the modding, or you know certain aspects where you got the shooters where they got the cruiser that automatically
Aimbot.
headshot kills you? Yeah, they mod their game to put the headshot on you. And it's like it's over. It's like there's so many terrible mods that ruin gaming. It's like I understand there's like the innocent ones, like, oh, somebody want to put Chun Li in a bikini or Ryu in a bikini. That's innocent, but like there's levels to it now. There
Yeah.
are levels, and then you got your new mods too. I mean, I understand that people like that stuff, but do that in your own home. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
this.
it,
I feel like there's a lot of mods that ruin gaming just as much as like fixes it at the same time.
I wouldn't say ruin because you kind of have to go out of your way to find those kind of examples, and it insinuates that there are no like checkpoints in place that won't allow that to happen. Let's say you just don't trust PC and their mods, and you play on a PlayStation 5. They have icons, just like how in the whole thing with Tekken is like, man, if only I could tell if this loser was using a Wi-Fi signal or not. It's right there. Like you can see what platform they're playing on, and if you just want to if you just want to straight up uh, ignore PC players, you can do that. They're like, there's very little chance that you're going to get caught up nowadays with a situation where you're dealing with someone who's on PC and someone who's on PC and cheating. I just don't think that's as common as they like to make it seem. Because remember, before the whole crossplay thing came into account, PC players have been saying for years, it's like you guys really don't want this, not because of the mods, but because we're just better than you. We and
Mhm.
specifically in terms of shooting games, because mouse and keyboard offer a much more accurate play style than a uh, controller, like a joystick. And that's something we've been saying. The PC been saying for the longest time. And when that door finally opened, guess what happened? All the console players start complaining about how everyone's using the aimbot, but in reality, they were just better because all these guys play with CS:GO, and pointing and clicking at somebody is apparently faster and more responsive than using the analog stick to aim at somebody. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things,
It,
just like how Billy Donut says, you take the good with the bad, but there's plenty of fail safes in order to kind of stop it from being like a rampant thing. So,
yeah, man. Like I know you've heard the stories of like in Tekken where like people modded their system
mhm.
to auto block loads and all of this trash, man.
User
Like
macros,
there's some like, bro, there's
saves
some
coming.
trash. There's like some trash, man. There's some trash modding, man. Like
Mhm.
I understand that everybody wants the freedom to do what they want to do, but let's say if there were no mods, everybody be on the same playing field. I got the
Yep.
same Tekken you got.
Yeah.
That's
And
why you need to come to this console where everybody got the same thing.
well, if you enjoy communism, that's great. you know, if you want everybody to eat the same
No, I
slop every day, play on the
no, I
same
don't.
raggedy, blurry
Hey,
720p.
I don't want a giant Marissa with a booty out smash me in the face. I don't want
Ah, you,
nobody auto blocking me.
you
In
don't have to worry
Tekken, it's
about
like
that.
it's like yeah, I
Uh,
don't have to worry about it because I play on
yeah.
console.
But
You
here's
know,
the funny thing, because I did run into that once. Somebody who was like using auto throw break, auto low
yeah,
block. And the interesting thing about it, like it's obviously not fair, and there are going to be some people who just can't deal with it. But one thing that I found to be fun about it was exploiting it. Because the thing is with macros, let's say you got somebody who blocks all those,
mm,
and you've seen this shown by I think it was Knee. I think even Lil Majin ran into it once, but I think I saw the video I saw was Knee. He was fighting somebody who was like using. When he figured out, he was like, "Oh, I'm like playing this guy." Okay, so what he started to do was just stepping, because there's no at the time there's no user macro for dealing with sidestepping, because Tekken is a well balanced game.
yeah,
So it turns from a point of frustration into a learning experience. Like you'll only become a better Tekken player, and since online sucks anyway, you shouldn't be like pinning so much of your user experience off of that. And with the whole system when it comes to like managing rooms and playing against your friends, I don't really see it as so much of a so much of an issue to where Capcom would have to go out their way and make statements like this, because they're benefiting from mods, especially in Street Fighter. You don't make Chun Li that delicious and think folks are not going to increase sales of this game by putting her in sexy outfits or costumes or whatever. Yeah, there are some mods I can't stand to see. Just like how Unspoiled yesterday says Ryu in a bikini is not innocent, but
hold on.
that's the
Share my screen really quick, Josh.
I don't
Is that what y'all like? Is what you guys like?
It's
Only
fun.
on
Look at
PC.
that. Well, I mean,
Cheaters.
according to you, is that not available on PS5? If it's not, then there's nothing to complain about.
I think it's just freaking fools,
It's
freaking fools that want to see this.
it definitely is. That's the beauty
Now
of the
imagine you
PC
just
platform.
playing rank. You just playing rank. You just want to play regular Street Fighter, and there's always some bastard that want to play Giant Marissa when I'm
you
just trying to
see,
play my shitty Ryu and just play the game normal with what the developers intended the game to be. So it's like I get it, but like it's crazy, man. These folks crazy.
here's the other half, and like Cross, you're right. Here's the other half about it. Like a lot of these guys don't understand how mods actually work. Like when it comes to the online space, there's really no way for you to like engage with these mods unless you also have them downloaded. Like
Look
you
at
know
that.
about Rainbow Tekken, right? Herbert?
No, I don't know about that.
Well,
No, I
Rainbow
don't know
Tech
about Rainbow Tekken.
well, Rainbow, that's like a loose term, but it's
I
like
might.
modded Tekken. And what they do is they change things like move sets and all that stuff, and they play in private lobbies against someone else who has the mod installed. There's a similar one in Street Fighter Five called Mysterious Mod Street Fighter Five, and it was a project designed to make that shitty game play better. And what they did was change all the characters, move sets, and the properties on the move to make the game more enjoyable. I tried it for a little bit. It was pretty cool, but the game was just too bad. But it
Hmm.
was cool. It was that's one of the unique things about mods. It's not something that'll all automatically affect someone else's experience. Like for example, all the mods you see on my copy of Tekken on PC, you'll never see them unless you also have them downloaded and organized exactly in your game as mine. And none of the mods on my version of Tekken affect gameplay. It's all uh cosmetic, like
I I
cooler
hate it.
stages.
I hate it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hate it. I remember that Gigas mod with that damn polar bear, and you can't see anything.
But it
Get
looks
mods
so
out.
cool.
Get them out.
It looks so cool.
Josh be cheating and Tekken with that bear mod, man. You can't see nothing he's doing. I hate every mod. I'm a
just like
mod hater.
just like Jack, when you giving him big ass wheels on his elbows and shoulders,
Yep.
can't see shit there either. So it's like, oh, same difference. You ain't missing out on nothing.
It's a worse difference.
uh, well, as I said, mods, best thing that's happened to gaming ever. Especially now since gaming is progressively getting sorry, and it's thanks to modders for like fixing, just like with Resident Evil 8 when it came out, DRM fucked up the game until somebody cracked it, and it was like, hey, if you pirate the fucking game, it'll play better because you're paying for a inferior product. Thank you, person that probably understands modding. Something that Capcom is, pretty doo doo about, but it's Capcom. They ain't gonna do nothing. They'll make their statement, wiggle their finger because they got to make a PR statement on some new Chun Li, like a naked woman is gonna be the end of all day. Like, get out of here. They'll be all right.
But
They'll be fine.
the thing is, like, what if like somebody's grandma is thinking about buying their nephew the game, and they see that, and they don't understand that it's a mod. That from that aspect, like that lady's gonna be like, oh well, I'm not buying my son this game. From a business standpoint, they could lose you money, especially when they don't know.
It could, but it's not like parents were making the best decisions purchasing games for their kids anyway. Nobody looks at the ESRB rating, and we've been dealing with that issue since its inception with the first Mortal Kombat. It's rated M for mature. I didn't know my kid. Like, no one knows because no one cares until something happens, and then you want to make a big stink about it, and then it gets ignored the next week anyway. Or you have an issue like that lady whining about Mass Effect, talking about it's just teaching boys how to treat women like sexual objects. Did you play the game, ma'am? Nope. Like, who cares, dude? Like, silly.
Yeah, but I get it.
Yeah, but mods are here to stay. Nowhere.
Yeah.
They ain't going nowhere. But like there are options if you don't want to deal with them. Play on the console until somebody figures that out, because it's only a matter of time. But what's the next topic you want to jump into? We got Young versus the World, Mortal Kombat 1.
We can go ahead and get that Mortal Kombat 1 out the way since it's pretty much a short topic.
All right. So next up, Mortal Kombat 1 is faced some backlash when it came to its distribution of fatalities, I believe.
Yeah, they're sorry, guys. They didn't mean to charge you, even though they meant to charge you $12 for the fatality.
Yeah, and so this is one of the things that just kind of grinds my gears when it comes to games like Mortal Kombat that have been around for so long that they've had their golden era, and now seeing them do stuff like this, it's like, yeah, you're just choosing to do this. This isn't really a misstep. Just like in my Mortal Kombat video about Mortal Kombat 11, is how like all the problems that game has stem from them just going with the flow of modern game design, which is ripping off consumers and not completing games and adopting this infinite live service model. But
Yes. So essentially, Mortal Kombat or NetherRealm Studios charge like $12 or so for like a fatality that's like everybody wanted. It's actually the one that they're showing on screen right now.
Yeah.
But they came out with a statement like, okay, well, we've seen the backlash now that you guys complained and bitched and moaned. We're going to give you a 2-for-1 deal. So if you bought the pack initially, the Halloween pack, they're going to give you I think the Thanksgiving and the Christmas pack for free.
Mm.
But the question is, for those who didn't buy the Halloween pack, how much is it going to cost? And everything is up in the air with that, so we don't really know. But my opinion, I think that it's stupid, man. Charging like $12 for like a fatality.
Yeah.
And I heard somewhere that like I think the game is like $70 and like 12. I'm trying to think about what is the percentage. 12 bucks of $70 is
Well,
almost like 10%, maybe less than 10% of what the game actually costs.
yeah, a little more or less. So if the game is $70 and you got $12 as the price of the DLC, and I think that would imply, and like since this game does kind of slightly operate on a like, live service model, doesn't it? Where it has to be online to update certain elements of the game in order for it to be playable, like either seasons or weekly challenges or something like that.
I know that they do like different seasons. I think they're like in the Halloween season right now. So they got a lot of Halloween costumes, Halloween stages, and stuff like that available for people.
Yeah, that's pretty scummy. But as I said, Mortal Kombat has moved past their heyday where I would look at them as a respected studio where they just wanted to make games that were of high quality, high value, and reasonably priced. They don't do that anymore. Now the name of the game is live service and nickel and diamond. And as far as I'm concerned, they haven't really learned too much from Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat 10. That's when it started because Mortal Kombat 9 was like their greatest, their magnum opus. They had all the content you could ever want. The only thing you could really complain about was, fuck, I don't know, like maybe your favorite character wasn't in there and that it was a reset of the story. But as far as that, it's like I don't know. Each successful Mortal Kombat after 9 has had some type of weird financial gimmick where you're paying more than the game is worth for something that normally should either come with the game or should be fairly priced. But
Yeah, I think like fatalities and things like that should be unlocked in the game. Like there should be at least some type of option to do it. Um,
like the good old days.
yeah, like the good old days. And then like of course, if you like, man, I don't feel like doing this. That you can pay for it, but it shouldn't be like $10. I say a fatality should be like around maybe $1 or $2.
Well,
Three,
then,
three at the most. Actually, I really don't think it should be charged for it in the first place. But if it had to be, like maybe $1 or $2.
well, kind of like what you said. If they had to charge for fatalities, like I would think that it would make sense to probably bundle it with the what do you call it, like the season pass or like whatever DLC characters,
Yeah,
because that way you could probably adjust the price to where everyone gets their own unique fatality instead of this one fatality shared across every character that's $12.
yeah,
Because the whole thing with fatalities is that you want to see the different ways each character does whatever. Like for example,
exactly.
let's say you got Omni Man. He has a few instances within Invincible that could make for really good fatalities. And seeing his fatalities in the game, it looks really good, like high quality, like for like in the show. So it would be nice to see, like, if and of course it's optional. It's not like you have to buy fatalities, but let's say you're a huge Invincible fan and you wanted all the fatalities for this Omni Man character, and they came out with the third fatality for, I'd say, it shouldn't be no more than $2 because all you're doing is watching a cinematic, and to like adjust the price for the entire game. You know, I'm thinking that's probably the best case scenario, or you could bundle it all together with the next combat pack, and so be like, hey, not only do you get all these characters, but everyone gets an additional fatality. You know,
Yeah, I don't like so charging $12 or $10, how much it is, was always a part of the plan. It's
hmm
like these people already had this plan in place, and just to see them walk back because people are like having backlash because of it, it's like y'all
right.
shouldn't have did it in the first place.
Well, that's the
It's like how
typical.
many it's like how many things are they just they're gonna have a plan for, there's gonna be backlash, and they fold, you know?
Well, fold because, like you said, it's on purpose. They only walk
Yeah.
back after they get found out, and it's kind of like one of those. I look at it as boiling the frog technique, where the frog doesn't know it's being cooked until it's too late, and so every now and again they'll try something that's obviously bad, then walk it back
Hmm.
and do a meet in the middle type of thing instead of just not do it ever again.
Yeah.
So it was the same thing when Mortal Kombat 11's um always online thing. They were like, "Oh yeah, this game is grindy. You intentionally throttled the credits so that
Yeah.
you would incentivize me to spend money to buy the stuff in order to do stuff over here." It's like, we're
Yeah. I remember hearing
sorry.
about that. Yeah.
Yep, released the statement, says they're sorry, gave everybody a bunch of coins, and then said they tweaked the drop rate. And it's like,
Yeah. It's
you
like I
didn't have
said,
to do this.
it's very scummy. Well, that's the practice nowadays, being scummy.
Unfortunately, but the best thing you can do is not buy it. You don't have to
Shoot.
engage in it anymore. Like if that's the way they want to play, then don't play.
Well, unfortunately, I just bought it for my nephew like
Uh,
yesterday.
well,
So
it wasn't unfortunate. You knew what you were doing. $70, but I guess if it's for your nephew, and then he can be like, "Oh man, now I gotta spend $12 to buy this stupid ass."
yeah, I'm not buying the DLC. That's on them.
Yeah, but yeah, Billy Donuts just didn't have to worry about this 20 years ago when you just had to play the Deadly Alliance, one of the best Mortal Kombat games ever, in my humble opinion.
It is.
I think so. I think if they had developed the 3D era Mortal Kombat, it could have really competed with Tekken. But
Well,
you
I'll,
know,
I'll say one thing about MK1. I'm glad to see the 3D era characters return, and I'm loving seeing the redesigns. And I hope when Movado come back, he looks really cool. So we'll see.
well, maybe he'll be $15.
He's
uh,
a part of one of these packs.
yeah, I don't know how many packs they got playing. I just see the one with Homelander, Omni Man, John Cena, and whoever else. I think Quan Chi and
I
who
think
is
it's
it?
Takeda. Takeda.
Yeah,
Um,
Takeda and Ermac.
Ermac. Ermac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, on to the fun one. So, I don't know if you guys know. Let me update it over here. There is a YouTuber that goes by the name of Yongyea. He'll see you guys next time. He
Young.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, he is a YouTuber who made his claim to fame by talking about video games, reviewing them, and he had aspirations of being a voice actor. And I think it was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. He saved up what he could, packed his bags, and went on a journey to California to pursue his dream, and it paid off. He managed to get some pretty solid roles in several games, and
Okay.
for a while, I watched him. Like I really liked watching his content. His content is really good, and I've kind of stopped watching him because the thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way was his coverage of Kojima games, namely Death Stranding. Because I knew he was a fan of Metal Gear Solid. I was like, okay, I'll let his bias slide. He clearly loves it, whatever. But when he got to Death Stranding and Cyberpunk, I was like, okay, it doesn't make any sense, dude. You're being really lenient on these shitty games. But but that aside, that's just my personal thing. But overall, he's a good YouTuber. But he's recently was given the honor to voice one of the most well-known characters in gaming, Kiryu
That
Kazama.
sounds good. I don't see what's so bad about that, Josh. What's so bad about that? It sounds good.
Well, I
This
mean,
guy's been hustling. He achieved
yes.
his dream. What is going on?
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, although I believe he is a decent voice actor, there are some roles that you probably shouldn't do,
Let's,
and Kazama Kiryu is one of them. Now, me, in my personal opinion, I don't really care for playing the English dub of Yakuza. I've always played the Japanese dub because I was like, Japanese, and I think it sounds better. But there are some people out there that are at least curious about the English voice acting. Now, in Yakuza, there's a tradition, I think, in most of the games where, in every game they have a karaoke bar where you could go in
yeah.
and actually the characters will sing. And the Japanese voice actor for Kiryu he is a singer, like he can legit sing, and he sounds phenomenal. Everyone loves him.
Kind of.
Well, it sounds different to us. Like I liked it because of the memes, and
Yeah.
it just eventually grew on me. I was like, wow, this sounds magical. But here is Yongyea's.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
here's his
I
rendition of the
believe in
song.
you, Young. I believe in you.
Okay, here it goes.
Justice. We're breaking the law, breaking the world together. Throwing out all tenderness, we're breaking the rules. No cause, no choice, no going back to how it was. No slowing down because we'll keep our heads high. Our fists race till we die. We're living by our own judgment.
So, all right. So, here's my opinion.
Oh man.
So,
Oh my
I
god.
don't think it's bad. It sounds like somebody's in a bar doing karaoke. Like seriously, like if you go to most karaoke bars, right, and people are singing, they're not like Luther Vandross or Boys to Men up there. They sound like regular people singing.
This is why I wanted you to listen to it, Herbert, because I knew you were going to give a fair assessment as someone who doesn't know who Young is, doesn't know, like, as far as it is in the game and whatnot.
Because I played Yakuza 0 and a couple of other ones, and to me, even the Japanese voices sound like don't sound amazing. They just sound like people in the bar just singing karaoke. So that's in my ear. That's what I hear when I hear the Japanese version voices, and when I hear this guy sing, it sounds like sort of the same to me, to where it's just regular dudes in the bar singing. And of course, if you're regular dude, you're not gonna be singing like Patti LaBelle in a
Yeah.
karaoke bar. So that's not bad to me.
Well, the overall response to not just him singing, this is like, collectively the criticism is his I'm working on the sites. Collectively, the criticism is his overall job as the voice of Kiryu. Now, I've listened to the original voice actor for English Kiryu, and he sounded pretty good. But the reason why I think Young is getting so much heat is because the lack of range. Because, for example, I think, Billy Donut said it down here. I didn't watch JoJo's, what was that, part 5? Where, Poochie,
Okay.
he did the English voice for for Poochie in that episode of JoJo. I think it was Stone Ocean or something. I'll get to that eventually. I know Sykes. But the biggest issue is that when you listen to how Kiryu sounded prior to this, the voice change is a little too it's a little too jarring, because for me, watching Yang for so long and seeing him voice characters in different games, I was like, okay, because these characters are relatively new, not established, or part of a undeveloped franchise or whatever, it's fine. But when you move up to something like Yakuza that has a legacy, not only is it going to be very difficult to live up to, now you have way more eyes on your performance. And the problem here is, at this point in the story, I believe Kiryu is like a middle-aged man. And when you think of Kiryu sounding middle-aged, you do not hear his voice. You don't hear the voice of Yongyea, because Yongyea sounds like Yongyea most of anywhere he goes. I'll give you an example of his voice normally in videos and a dub from the game. So give me.
So here's my thing. I've never heard Yakuza in any type of English format. So this is my first time ever hearing, English voiceovers, right?
Yeah.
So this is obviously.
So
Whoops, that's kind of loud. All right, so I got him up there, and let's do. I'm pretty sure it's found a compilation of English dub. All right, some people have a comparison between him and Daryl Curlio, which I believe is one of the earlier English voice actors.
okay.
So I'm gonna move that one to the side. And which Yakuza is this? Yakuza 6, 7, 8?
I think that one is like the newest one. The one in the clip.
Yeah.
I think that one. I don't even think that one came out yet. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a clip of just Yongyea.
Okay. Young, I believe in you, buddy. I want you to succeed. But
I wanted to too, because like when he made his move to California, I was like, man, good for him.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so now I know this guy. Now that you brought up his YouTube channel, I know exactly who this guy is, because I used to watch a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now my opinion might have to change.
Why? Dude? What
So here's the thing. Like, so he was singing. He was singing, right?
Yeah.
But in his videos, he's just talking normal, right?
Mm.
And I know how he sounds when he's just talking normal.
Yeah. So now you kind of see the.
Now it's like, okay. But I'm gonna throw it to the side. I'm giving him some grace, and let's play it, Josh. Let's see.
All right.
Let me hear him.
You could not make up today's story. Let's talk about crypto and NFTs. They were at the height of their popularity towards the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. Here we see frickin' Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton promoting this stuff. Then a lot of the celebrities who promoted NFTs began to get sued because a lot of people felt, misled. And then situations where certain celebrities tried to make shows off of their NFTs, but then like Seth Green's Bored Ape got stolen, so he couldn't make a show, and then he had to like pay some ransom basically to get it back. Beyond that, we got situations where certain voice actors like Tara Strong and Troy Baker were sort of getting into NFTs, Troy Baker eventually backed out, but that did not leave a particularly good image because by that point people kind of realized what a grift NFT.
Okay, so that's Young, just regular talking.
So like I said, I know who he is now, and his voice is very monotone in the way he speaks. So I've never heard him voice act anything except for that clip that you showed me with him singing. So this is all new to me. But
I'm trying to find just like a good unbiased clip because there's a lot of videos of people just trashing them. I'm like, I want to be fair. I want to find just like some clips of just him doing Kiryu's voice and
that's what I want to hear. I want to hear him not singing because like singing is like okay, it's gonna be bad if it's karaoke. But I need to hear him like saying regular lines in the game,
Yeah.
To where, I can say yay or nay.
Yeah.
Because the majority of the story is going to be him, talking. And if he's talking in that monotone voice, oh my God.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to find, like, I wish I had saved it. But it was like a compilation of all, like, a couple of his lines back to back where they were comparing the two. And if I can find that one, I'd be a lot. Okay. I think I found it.
All right, let's get it.
All right.
Ooh, Young.
So
all right, let's go.
This video is Kiryu's Yongyea's Kiryu voice.
Turn around now, and you can go home in one piece. But if you don't, just remember, going down this path was your choice.
Why they put that in there, man?
I'm trying my best, y'all. I really am.
Bro, you just ruined it. Why couldn't you find a video with just him talking?
I thought it was because I saw the I saw the clip. I was like, okay, I've seen this clip before, so I thought this was it. But I didn't watch it all the way through, so I'm like, God.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I think this is man. Everyone's trashing him though. Like I'm just trying to.
What up, guys? Kevin here. Dude, this can't be real.
No, man, I can't listen to Kevin. I need just yawn.
Yeah, I just need to I just want to hear the voice. That's all I want to do. I want to hear nobody talking. Let me just hear.
Man, let's try watch because no, that ain't it. This is annoying, man. Because I could have I did see this video somewhere. But this is unfiltered audio taken from a can. Give me a second, y'all, because I'm really trying to give Yongyea the best. Because I don't dislike Young, all right. Like I think he's a solid YouTuber. Don't really too much care about his opinions about stuff outside of gaming. But in terms of just keeping it strictly to content creation, dude is on it.
He's good. He has a lot of good content.
Yeah, so I don't want to just drag this guy because it's easy to do when in this case.
Yeah, I just want to get a guy a fair chance. I just need to hear, what it sounds like.
A fair shake because I don't like his performance as Kiryu, and that's mostly coming from I've played Yakuza 0, a little bit of Yakuza 1, and I'm very much adjusted to the Japanese dub, and a few times I did hear the old English dub. It was all right.
Yeah, but, like I said, this is my first time ever hearing Yakuza in any type of English, so this is new to me. Actually, I really didn't know that there was an English dub.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't, because everyone's kind of accepted the Japanese dub as the official.
Yeah.
All right. Man.
Kiryu-chan.
Like I think the video that I originally saw got pulled because I would have came across it by now. But there's a lot of other videos that are up now. There's people commentating on it. I was like, I don't want any commentary. I just want clips of him actually interacting with other characters in like long form
Yeah.
conversation. So
Yeah.
give me just a second, y'all.
I gotta give him a fair chance, man. I can't just trash him.
Yeah, I don't want to trash him because like I still got a level of respect for him. I don't want to do it like that, even though I kind of did, but it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah,
I
can. Yeah, I can only trash you if I know or I've seen. But
yeah, because like I said, I like Yon. You know, you pretty solid dude. But you know, play some Heaven. I was trying to help you, but I think it got pulled from chat with someone. Yeah, well, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna find some clips from his Poochie voice.
okay.
All right, this is the iconic voices of Yongyea. So this is gonna be a compilation of some of his work. So let's start here.
Let's do it.
All right.
Lean Kujo, but where in God's name is Lang Wrangler? Looks like between their position and my dexterity, it's a stalemate.
I hope you'll forgive me. I didn't mean to get lost in the excitement.
Bask in the radiance of our city, my friends. My plan to triumphantly return with the soul jam in hand has crumbled before my eyes.
I'm the unrivaled genius inventor! The magical apparatus battler's lovable senior! The reliable Chanel Lilligoth is alive and well!
But I can't. My sweater says yes, but my heart says no.
He's not bad.
After all,
Yeah.
I have the overnight duty until I must give the service on Sunday.
Yeah, like he's not a bad. I think he's a good
So-
voice actor.
So the problem is that he doesn't sound manly enough to play Kiryu, or his voice is not deep enough.
That's
Okay.
what most of the the issues come from when it comes, the criticisms of him, because Kiryu, like I said, he's a more established character, whereas these other characters are like one-offs. They have no build-up until you hear that character.
Yeah.
But Kiryu's been around for a long time, and I can understand people mainly being mad because he has a different voice. But I think most people were like, all right, if you're gonna voice Kiryu at this age stage in his at this point in time, it just can't be some guy. And a lot of people looked at Young as like, this is just some guy. Like he has range, but he doesn't have this type of range for this type of character. Kiryu is older, seasoned. He's always been tough, and his voice has always been deep. Jan's voice has a inflection of being deep, but it's more monotone than it is deep. And I don't think he can go low as well as he can go high.
I see. I mean, I get that. Okay, well, his voice is not deep enough or whatever. But is it? How can I say? I don't want to say the wrong thing, but is this backlash necessary? Is what I guess was what I want to say. For him voicing his character, is it necessary? Because the guy, honestly, he's not a bad voice actor. He maybe just got casted in the wrong role. But it seems like people are like just saying that he trash. I don't like that. You're saying that the guy is trash, but he's not really a bad voice actor.
Well,
He's just like, this is just a role that, I guess he doesn't fit in.
Well, it's a number of things. I think I found the clip I was looking for. It was actually on Twitter, not on YouTube.
Okay.
But the thing is like, I think it's because it's Kiryu. And I don't think the backlash he's getting is necessarily unjustified. It just kind of comes with the territory. Like, look, you're taking on a character that's a little bit heavier. You can't really punch above this weight. You haven't reached this point yet. I could see him voicing Kiryu once he's in his late 40s, maybe, because I think the original voice actor's been voicing Kiryu since he was a kid. Because the Yakuza franchise is pretty old, running from zero when Kiryu was like 18 or 20, all the way up to now, and now he's like 50 or something.
Yeah.
But all right, there's a clip of some of the clips.
もう3分待ってくれたら素直に感謝できたんだがな。
You know, had you just waited 3 minutes, I'd have been a little more grateful.
ああ、
Yeah.
町の情報通何人かに接触して渡りはつけた。
I made contact with a good number of people, just waiting for them to get back to me.
あんたは相変わらず一言余計だ。
There's always something extra, isn't there?
余計な話はいい。例の人物について。
Let's cut the chit chat. You got any info for me?
日本人？確かな。
Japanese. You're sure about that?
いい加減な情報だな。
Some help that is.
なんだそれ。
They what?
そいつの特徴。他に何かないのか。
So he was naked. Anything else stand out?
タトゥー。
A tattoo?
調子に乗るな。そいつの行方は
Don't test me. So where is he?
アートウォールズだな。わかった。
The art walls. Thanks.
You gonna cry for mommy?
後悔するなよ。
You're gonna regret this. Show me what you got. It's over.
相手にならね
My heart is hardly a fair fight.
えな。フリーズ。ホールド。
Freeze. Hands up.
Okay, so
I don't know, man. It don't sound bad to me. It sounds like, I was expecting to like hear something that was like intolerable or something that like I just couldn't stand listening to. But it's like if you put Young against the original Japanese voice actor, you'll never beat him. He's like the original. He's just too great to beat.
Yeah,
but as far as like,
too long.
Yeah, he's been doing it too long. He's fucking Kazi and Tekken. Like, who? His voice is just too cool to even compare to anybody else. But Young, I don't really see. It's not bad to me. It's like I've heard worse. I've heard way worse.
Yeah, I think there are worser voice acting, and that's why I started with. I don't think he's a bad voice actor. I just think this was a bad casting in terms of like just the type of character, because I don't hear Kiryu, I just hear Yongyea, and to me that's not a good sign of a well-trained voice actor. I just think this is a role a little too advanced for him, in my opinion.
I don't think it's too advanced. It's almost like what's the voice actor's name? Johnny Young Bosch. It's like once you hear Johnny Young Bosch, it's like you know it's him. Yeah. It's like no matter who you are. Well, there's some voice actors that are just really, really talented and can make their voices sound completely different than their normal talking voices.
Vic Mignogna.
Yeah, Vic, he's good. But even sometimes with him, I can hear that, okay, this is Vic. Yeah. And Johnny Young Bosch, especially Johnny Young Bosch, it's like when I hear him, okay, I know it's him. You know, with Nero and
I think Johnny got lucky because his voice sounds like a Japanese guy who just can speak English. Like he has the intensity of Japanese voice acting, and I think that's why he gets cast. Like he gets whored out so much, and I ain't got a problem with it because my only issue was that once I started hearing it, I couldn't unhear it.
Yeah,
Because like I think he played 2 voices in one of the Persona games. I'm like, how is he the main character and a side character?
yeah.
So when they start fighting, it's like, okay, just a guy talking to himself. But
So I'm not gonna knock Young. Um, he don't he's not terrible.
yeah.
He's passable to me. It's like he
Well,
might not be like the greatest for that role, but
mhm.
as far as for like playing the game and getting through the story, he's all right
Yeah,
to
and
me.
I think one thing that hasn't been helping this case is like how he's been taking criticism on online because we understand the internet
Yeah,
can be pretty fucking ruthless, and like I don't blame him on that front because I think that'd be hard to deal with for anybody. And but with that being said, once you get to a certain position, you're kind of expected to be able to take this because I think Jan could have really turned things around as far as like how he's being received if his response wasn't as predictable.
it's
So
like what does he have to prove to anybody? He's voicing Kiryu. That's arguably one of the most famous video game characters ever. It's like
yeah,
dude won like over everybody. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of voice actors shooting for that role,
yeah,
that voice acting role. He got it. It's like, what do you need to say? You don't need to say anything. It's like you were saying in the beginning. Dude packed up his bags, moved to California, and realized his dream of being a voice actor. He was already a successful YouTuber.
yeah. That's why I got to
So
give him his props because like he did it. He took a
yeah,
chance, and I imagine like going to find that type of work in California. You're one out of a trillion who try that,
yeah,
and
bro.
to be good
Like,
enough to make it. So
yeah, whether you like them or not, that's gonna vary from person to person. But you don't need to respond to those people. You on top. Like really.
yeah.
We're here talking about you
Mm.
taking up one of the greatest, character roles, in gaming. Kiryu. And for him to get that, man, somebody must have think he was good for the role. You just can't walk into Sega or whatever,
Mm.
and like they just like, okay, well, we're gonna give the first person that walk in the door this role for
No,
Kiryu.
no
It's like
credentials at all.
this is a main character role. It's like, dude, like you put in the work.
Yeah,
Like
and I can see like
why are you
in his
responding to these
portfolio.
people?
Yeah, his portfolio ain't no. It's not a joke. Like I think getting to voice a character from JoJo's is a big leap too. So
Yeah, yeah.
he, like I said, like, I think he's a good voice actor. I don't really feel like this cut for Kiryu because I like Kiryu, but then again,
Yeah.
it's not too much of an issue for me because I played the Japanese dub anyway.
Yeah, me
But
too. So I probably won't even hear Young. So
yeah, outside of
but
this video.
yeah. But even with that said, if I want to cut on the English voices so I don't have to read, though, I wouldn't mind hearing his voice. So
Yeah, but so I thought that was like the reactions online, of course, have been.
I feel like just hearing that voice, I think people are over exaggerating. I'm sorry, I just my opinion. It's
I,
like you can disagree, say, hey man, this guy is not good for this role. But to say he's trash and this and that, I don't agree with that.
well, that's where I say it's important how you respond because if he took this with a little more grace, I think even his most ardent haters would have probably come around because it's the internet. You can't really
Yeah,
control how people receive any information. And the thing that makes certain people more charismatic than others is their ability to deal with, hate on this level or heavy criticism. I won't call it hate, but it's more like heavy criticism because that's all it really is. Like, yeah, people make jokes about it and get a good laugh out of it, but if you don't have a sense of humor to laugh along with them, that's just gonna make you an even bigger target. And since
Yeah.
he's been going on this blocking crusade, that doesn't help because now it's like if there is some genuine criticism that could be of value to you, you'll never hear it.
Exactly.
And that's not something that people admire. Because like there's a lot to admire about Yongyea. Like his story is legit. Like it's a real. You could really look at it as like a from rags to riches. Like this guy just he made it on his own. He built his own following on YouTube, and he's clearly had a love for voice acting because he's been doing it forever. So
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate how you know how and there's a lot of people too. Like you got to have thick skin when you get to that level. You just have to
Yeah.
because you'll just end up becoming a lol cow and nobody will respect you. Even people who like I've seen that a lot too. A lot of people are like, yeah, man, I like you, Yon, but you kind of acting out of your element. Like we can't hold these people up to a certain standard because they're just white noise, but you're treating them like bad, like they're villains, like they hurt you or something. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
like you said, you've won.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to stoop.
Yeah.
But
Dude he just gotta learn how to stand on his square and keep moving forward.
yeah. So Jan, if you ever come across this video, know that still rooting for you, man. Like you're a really
It's-
good voice actor, and I don't want you to get it in your head that all criticism is just shitting on you.
Yeah.
You're a big boy now, so you're gonna have to take that shit on the chin. Just like
Yeah.
Kiryu.
Take that criticism and just be better next time, do better next time.
Yeah.
You know.
It's an upwards trajectory.
Yep.
But with that being said, it was pretty funny. Like
It was that Gollum video took me out.
yeah, I wasn't expecting that because I was like, you son of a bitch. Fucking internet,
It
man.
took me out, man. The internet is undefeated, man.
Because it is like that, make it sound worse after you hear it. It's like, all right, I don't like it, but it wasn't that fucking bad, dude. Like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
boy, but it was funny as hell. All right, but now we move our way into the last segment of today's stream. Game Awards shit.
Yeah. I know you really don't give a damn, but I thought it'd be interesting to look at some of these.
Yeah, I got your screen up. I love the internet too, Billy. Internet is one of the best inventions since television and radio.
But yeah, I just want to look at a few of these. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but just the ones I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So let's look at the nominees for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of complaints or arguments about the picks, but I've been hearing a lot of because I think there's the usual suspects and people complaining that their game isn't on there. The no Xbox games, which to be honest doesn't surprise me because Xbox doesn't make games anymore; they buy them. And I was like, I better not see fucking Starfield on there. If Starfield's on there, now I'm mad because
Oh no,
hell no. But
I think it's on one of them. But
it could be on one of them, but it can't be on this one.
So Game of the Year, Alan Wake 2. I haven't heard too much about it.
Outside of it being more woke trash, which automatically disqualifies it in my opinion, but the Game Awards are run by woke trash, so I guess it does belong there.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3. I heard good things about it. I haven't heard anything bad at all about it.
Yeah, it's been the talk of the town for a long time. If a game is going to win, I'd imagine one likely being Baldur's Gate. Between that and maybe Super Mario Wonder, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it. I kind of disqualify Resident Evil 4 because it's a remake.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
Spider-Man 2, I've heard good and bad about it. I heard that the game is amazing as far as like gameplay, but there's a lot of woke stuff in it.
Yeah, and I think that hurts his chances. I don't know if it will because, like you said, the Game Awards is part of the problem, but it
Yeah,
just kind of depends. So I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe, maybe not.
yeah. Now this Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, uh, I haven't heard too much about it. It's like it came out, everybody said it was good, and then it like disappeared. You know.
I think it's because it was a lot of hype behind that game, but it turned out to just be like the first game again, slightly moderately better, marginally better. And I
Yeah,
think that's where the hype kind of died down after the fact. Because Tears of the Kingdom is really just like the first game. And the first game won all its awards, and it's like I don't see them repeating that when it's really just the same game, mostly
I
the same
see.
game.
So you think Baldur's Gate 3 should win?
I think it's the most likely to win because it hit all of the points that a lot of people cared about, and it got a lot of attention despite it not being a AAA release. Like that's like a AA game made
Yeah,
by a pretty, I think it's like Larian Studios,
yeah. It does
and
say Larian Studios down here.
yeah. So I think if there's a game the most deserving, if I had to pick two, it would be Super Mario Wonder and Baldur's Gate, with more leaning towards Baldur's Gate actually taking the win.
I agree. I kind of want to play this Baldur's Gate to kind of see what everybody's talking about.
Yeah,
Just like
same here.
play it like blind without watching anything and see how I like it.
Yeah, I kind of want to start with the first two because I think Baldur's Gate is one of those games that are very intuitive. Like really get into it.
Yeah. Best action game.
Let's see what
Let's
these
see.
options are.
All right. So we
Ooh.
got Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. We got Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2.
Mm.
So, of course, the only thing that I've played up here is Armored Core 6, and that is definitely my game of the year. Y'all know I've been playing that like a lot. So, still need to
Mm.
beat it, but that game is amazing.
Everything you said except the game is Hi-Fi Rush. Like I
I
haven't
knew
beat
you
it.
was finna say that. I knew you was finna
I
say that. I remember
I
you
never.
playing it.
Yeah, like I never played Dead Island or Ghost Runner or Remnant. Have no idea what those games are. Like I've heard a lot about Ghost Runner. I heard it was pretty mid, but at least no, I think okay. I'm thinking of Ghost Wire. Okay. No, yeah, I have no idea what Ghost Runner is, but I did play Hi-Fi Rush, which I think is a lot of fun. I need to beat it, but it was a lot of fun. So compared to
So,
these other games, though, I can't really speak on because I haven't played them. So
so, um, what makes you think that Hi-Fi Rush should win this? What's so good about it?
well, Hi-Fi Rush kind of reminds me of a Dreamcast game. And when I say that, it's a game it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's very colorful and it feels like a game. Just like I feel like that game could have came out back in 2000, 2001, and that would have been a game I played to death, along with Sonic and Jet Set Radio and all that good stuff. Now, just looking at these other games, they seem like they're more narrative driven, outside of Armored Core. Because like I've seen a lot of Armored Core, and I think Armored Core would be a really legitimate contender for what's this action, right?
Yeah, best action game.
Yeah, like outside of since I've only played Hot Fry Rush, that's where most of my points go to. But as far as like straight up action, I'd have to give it to Armored Core because like that's balls to the wall action.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think will hurt it is because it's Armor Core. So it's it's one of those games that I think a lot of people are gonna be turned off by because of the skill ceiling. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is pretty difficult. Um, Especially getting off that first goddamn boss. Oh my god! Like they really like ease you into it, and you think it's gonna be easy, and then you get to that first boss, and it's like, okay, I have to play. And one of the things I love about this game is they let you do what you want to do. They let you do what you want to do. They give you the tools and they say, here, you do this whichever way you want to do it.
And if you want to kill yourself, go
if,
ahead.
if you want to kill yourself, if you want to go in there with like 2 heavy like grenade launchers, you won't be able to move, but you can do it. It's like, and then you
Yeah.
got all your weight classes and pieces and parts and customizations. It's like I don't want to say a sandbox, but it's just some of the things that you can combine and create. It's lovely, man. I love games where they give you freedom and don't restrict you when it comes to certain things. And
And that,
the boss, well, go ahead.
well, like you saying that, that's kind of why I think it won't win, because a game like that is a little too nuanced for this particular setup, like the Game Awards show, because they have a reputation of just picking the most brain dead obvious, like, oh, it's because this is just the most popular because most people talked about it, even though everyone played it for like a week and then dropped it. Kind of
Yeah,
like how I could see Spider-Man winning just because, and it's like,
yeah. Well, if
you
you
know,
if you think about like what's winning, you have to put yourself in the mind of these people. So it's like whatever's the most woke. So it's like, oh man, what game is the most woke and the most diverse, and what has to like a black main character that's gay and lame. Like what character? And it's like, okay, Spider Man's gonna win.
yeah,
And
because
then like looking at this list, like which of these look the most diverse? Dead Island 2.
I
You
mean, you
know,
could probably say Hi-Fi Rush, just looking at it, but playing it, it's like this is Hi-Fi Rush is just a game. It is
yeah,
more so a game. It's got the big old butch manly lady, but it's more like it's more comedy than it is like, oh yeah, take her seriously.
yeah.
She's actually pretty tough, and she's a really fun boss fight. I forgot her name, but I was kind of sad when I beat her. I was like, oh, I want to like keep playing her. And
Yeah,
it's gonna be Spider Man because they need their ESG money. Yeah, like
yeah. I
you
think you're right. I think in this best action, if I just had to put myself in their mindset, it's probably going to be Dead Island or Hi-Fi Rush.
yeah. Because sometimes a good game will get chosen that slips on the radar, kind of like how Elden Ring won. I think the last one, and everyone was
Yeah.
surprised that a Souls game that's hard actually won
Well,
over
see,
something.
yeah, and see that's why I would like Armored Core to win, because it is technically a Souls game. That's kind of
Yeah.
niche and under the radar, and
Yeah.
I just
It
love
doesn't
it.
have the same like appeal of Souls though, because
Yeah,
it's you only see it if like Armored Core or play Dark Souls. Because like, I can see it. I do want to play Fire of the Rubicon, but we'll see.
best action adventure. These are the same damn games. Is
But
the
didn't you just did we just look
like
at action?
well, this is best action adventure, Josh. It's like I don't want to look at this category because it's
This is
some
why
whack
I
stuff
don't
in
look
here.
at that. Yeah, I was like, this is why I don't
Hold
look at this
on.
shit.
Like, so Alan Wake does not look like an adventure game. Uh, I wouldn't classify Spider Man as an adventure game. I wouldn't classify Resident Evil as an adventure game. These are the only two that seem like adventure games. And if
Yeah,
we just like really want to narrow it down, Zelda has always been the ultimate adventure game.
yeah. It seems like the only game that fits this category. To be
Yeah,
honest, like
so stupid.
uh,
Well,
Young Sykes, he said, "What do they have for RPG? This ought to be good."
that's what I was going to next.
Mm.
Baldur's Gate 3, was it Final Fantasy, was it 16?
Oh my god.
Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and everybody's favorite game of the year, Starfield.
You
Uh,
know, I'm gonna say it has to be between Sea of Stars and Baldur's Gate 3. Mainly because Final Fantasy 16 is not no fucking RPG. That is action hack and slash. Lives of Pi is a Souls like. Why the fuck is
Eh,
Starfield here?
I don't even know what Starfield is supposed to be. I don't even know what it's supposed to be, dude.
It's trash. That's what it is.
I would say Lies of P is like a kind of like a Souls-like game, but it still has a lot of RPG elements. But if I just had to pick one, I would pick Sea of Stars or Lies of P. Because I think Baldur's Gate is gonna win game of the year. So I would like something else to win
Well,
this.
I do think Baldur's Gate could win Game of the Year, but I think it's more like you could probably look at. Oh, I think Baldur's Gate is like top down. I don't know if it technically classifies as an RPG, but I do see it more of an RPG than fucking Final Fantasy 16. Bonjira, welcome to the stream. How you doing? And I think Sea of Stars is as close to RPG as you're gonna get out of
Yeah.
this list, to be honest. Like,
I agree.
Role playing and not action, because like Lives of P, I think could fall into action. Same with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy could have been an RPG, but they decided to turn it into Devil May Cry. So, I don't even know why that's on here.
Yeah.
Right.
They always put stupid stuff under these categories.
Yeah.
And to our favorite best fighting game, I've been waiting to look
boy.
at this one. Let's go.
See what they got on here.
So we got God of Rock,
What the fuck is that?
Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. This shit just came out 2 days ago, dude.
Yeah,
What the hell is it doing on here?
Yeah, okay.
Pocket
guess-
Bravery and Street Fighter 6.
Okay. The obvious thing I think is it's probably going to be between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I want to try Pocket Bravery. That game looks like a lot of
it
fun.
looks cold. It looks really cold.
Yeah, so I'd like to. I have no idea what God of Rock is. I have never seen that before.
So God of Rock is like this rhythm fighting game. That's as best as I can describe it. You probably have to look up a trailer to kind of see how it is. But it's a rhythm fighting game that came out not too long ago, a little indie game. It looks cool, but it looks weird to play.
All right. Let me see.
I think that if I had to choose one of these, man, it would have to be Street Fighter 6. Like now I want Pocket Bravery to win because I think it's the coolest out of all of these games. But it has to be either Street Fighter 6 or Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, I'd say Street Fighter 6, mainly because that's more of a complete game than Mortal Kombat 1 is as of right now in terms of like content and all that good stuff. Because Street Fighter 6 has a lot of content in it. I'm gonna be honest. Like I wasn't expecting Capcom to do a good job in that department, but they actually delivered. And it wasn't shitty. There was no underhanded horse shit. So
Yeah.
I do think just between those two, it has to be Street Fighter 6. I don't know why that fucking not Looney Tunes, but Nicktoons is on there because, like I said, it only been out for 10 minutes. No one's played it.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know it was out until a couple of days ago. For real. Okay. Let's see what else looks interesting.
There's a lot of odd categories here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with best adaptation. Okay. So I'm assuming this is games that have transferred to like movies or television or animation, right? So we got Castlevania.
Fucking kidding me.
Castlevania Woke Nocturne here. This show right here is so damn woke, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. Like, why is that show up here? Because they took all the liberties.
Yeah, it's not even that faithful to its original source material, which sucks.
Yeah,
I
like
hate
like
I hate this show. Like it's nothing like the first season with like Trevor and all the other characters. Like you said, they took too many liberties. It's like they just did whatever the hell they wanted to do.
and that's why I don't even get this category, man. Because like all of these have nothing to really do outside of just sharing the. I think all right, the closest out of all of them, man. This is like really reaching is Super Mario, but only because it's an animated movie with all the Mario characters and they make sense. But it's like I don't know, man. This is like this is a moot category in my opinion because it's either wildly like for example, The Last of Us. It's like eh, a lot of liberties with that show versus the game,
Yeah,
and according also including all your you know political BS and woke nonsense like making his daughter black out of nowhere for no reason.
yep.
It's like if I really cared, I'd hate this category a lot. Right now, I'm just like this is a stupid category. But if I liked any of these games to the degree that I would have, I'd hate this category because none of these shows do a good job adapting anything really.
So if
Where's Five Nights
I,
at Freddy? That should be on here.
you know what, that junk did come out like a little while ago, didn't
Yeah, they put that Nickelodeon game on there. Put Five Nights at Freddy on there.
it? You sure right. You are right, 100%.
Uh,
Um, yeah. So Castlevania took too many liberties. Last of Us, I didn't watch it, but the little bit that I did see of it, it looked like they took some liberties, like you said, making his daughter a different race. Um, Super Mario Brothers, I feel like they took some liberties too, especially with
yeah,
Peach, making her better than Mario in every single thing. I don't like that.
yeah. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
call that a good adaptation of Super Mario because Super Mario wasn't that pathetic.
yeah. And Twisted Metal, I didn't see it, but I heard a lot of bad things about it. Um, I like this actor though. This actor that played what's his name, Anthony Mackie or something like that. That plays what does he play? Captain America or Captain Falcon or Falcon?
Yeah, Captain Falcon.
Yeah. But I would say this Gran Turismo. I actually wanted to see it when it was in movie theaters, but uh, the original guy that played this role was actually not only like the stunt double in this movie for the driving, but he was also, on set to make sure things were accurate to what they were doing. I'm pretty sure they did take some liberties in this one too.
Yeah.
But if I just had to pick one, it would be Gran Turismo because it's more like a autobiography more than anything.
Well,
Uh,
the reason why I kind of skipped over Gran Turismo is because making a movie about a racing IP is kind of it's too much of a blank slate. You're not really adapting anything. You're just making a car movie. Because Gran Turismo, I've only played the first two, and I imagine that the newer ones don't deviate too much. Because like anytime a car game gets too wacky with a storyline, people tend to reject it unless it's Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think that was the only game that got away with it, and Burnout. But Gran Turismo, it's like it's too blank of a slate to consider it as an adaptation. Because like, what are you adapting? The cars driving fast on the
well,
road?
well, the thing is, the story is about uh, a guy who used to play Gran Turismo on PlayStation, and he goes from playing Gran Turismo on PlayStation into actually trying to race in the Gran Turismo, and that's pretty much what it's about in his journey into real racing. You know, so I think it's a pretty cool concept, but I know that that type of movie is not for everybody.
Well, all right, Cross. But I guess my thing is like when I think of the word adaptation, you're adapting something from one medium to another. A
Mhm.
good adaptation that I can think of. Let me think. What's a good adaptation that went from game to movie? Sonic the Hedgehog. That's a pretty good adaptation. Like they did do some changes, but as far as like adapting the material that was from the first two games to a movie, I'd say that would be worthy of an award because you have to make something as basic as Blue Hedgehog go real fast, fights against the evil doctor that does stuff with robots, right? In the Sonic movie, he now has an origin. He's from another universe or planet or whatever. He uses rings, which is something in the game that doesn't have any explanation tied to the game outside of a mechanic to, dictate how much health you have. It now is tied intrinsically to the movie. And he loses it the same way. Like those are cool ideas as far as adapting one medium to another. And the closest that I can think of on this list is Super Mario. And like I said, that's stretching it. Gran
Yeah.
Turismo is like it's just a racing game. It's not you're really just using the racing game and just putting a story to it.
Yeah,
Granted, it's
it's
a
a true story.
yeah, like it's a true story, but that's not what the games were about. The games were just about racing. You're not
Yeah.
adapting too much from the games outside of cars rode fast. Whereas something like Sonic the Hedgehog, you got to put this hedgehog, come up with a a reasonable explanation as to why he's here, the storyline, the characters, the conflict. There's none of that in Gran Turismo. It's just you're making up stuff and you're just using the IP
Well,
to
like I
bridge it
said,
together.
it's not made up. It's a true story.
Well, like I said, I get it's a true story, but it's not based from the game itself. Like Sonic the Hedgehog is the game, and
Well,
you're adapting from the game to a movie.
well,
That was a real story.
Gran Turismo is like the racing course, or the you know. So the Gran Turismo is real. It's like it's just the game is based off of Gran Turismo. So
Yeah, it's a canvas. It's really
yeah,
you're just filling in the blanks there. So it's like I can't really give you a whole lot of credit. I'm not saying the movie is bad or anything. I haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting. I just wouldn't give them that much. It just seems kind of lenient compared to something like Super Mario. It's like I
yeah,
wouldn't like if they made a Hydro Thunder movie, it's like okay, put guys in boats and make a story about a guy in a boat, and you'd have to explain where you got the rad hazard from. But other than that, you know, so it's like
yeah. But I'm with you. I think if I had to choose any two to win, it would probably be Super Mario Brothers or The Last of Us. I think those two would
yeah,
probably win.
I choose Super Mario because The Last of Us just looks silly. But that's my bias peaking.
All right. Most anticipated game.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here.
We all know it's gonna be Castlevania. I wouldn't be
So
surprised, man.
So we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8.
I'm gonna say Tekken 8, mainly because Tekken 7 took over the world by storm, and Yakuza is popular, but it's not that popular. Hades 2, I don't think anybody asked for. You want to bring it up something like you're missing one of the.
Okay.
There you
You
go.
see it? Okay.
Yeah. And Star Wars, what was that? Outlaw?
I have no idea what that is.
Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, that's fucking hilarious. But I wouldn't be surprised if that shit won because people are fucking simple.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Final Fantasy 7 or I want to say Tekken. One of
think
these two.
I really think it's going to be Tekken, but if I'm wrong, it's probably going to be Final Fantasy because as silly as that sounds, like this is like what's this? This 2? Final Fantasy 7 is a whole game. Oh my god. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's kind of terrible.
Yeah, but because it's Final Fantasy 7, because every time they say Final Fantasy 7, everybody fucking goes crazy, jacks off, and the Square becomes $1 billion company for a few hours.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this Infinite Wealth is on here. I would think like other games would be on here besides this, but it's cool to see it on here though.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
Cross. I think you're right. I think you're gonna be right, Cross. It's just gonna be Final Fantasy 7. But I think we think Tekken is because we follow Tekken, not because it's actually that
Yeah.
big. So that might be why I think Tekken's gonna be there.
All right, so that's pretty much all the categories I wanted to look at. Is there anything else you want to look at on this list?
I am just out of curiosity. What's the best multiplayer?
That's multiplayer.
I don't even know what games are even out for that. Tifa Mommy Milkers is always hell. Yep.
Got Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo, what is that? 4? Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
I've been hearing a lot about Party Animals, but I look at Party Animals the same way I look at what's that game with all those weird marshmallow people running around?
But like Gang Beasts?
Yeah,
Gang Beasts? Or
like
is it Fall Guys?
Fall Guys. That's what it seems like to me. So it's like it's popular right now, and then it'll be gone in a week. But
I've heard a lot of bad stuff about Diablo 4. That there's not much content in it. A lot of people kind of stopped playing once they got to a certain point, and then they kind of slowed down the grind for people, so it'd make it seem like that you were playing a game for longer.
Yep.
So they've done a lot of kind of shady things, and I really don't want this Diablo 4 to win because of that. I don't even know what the multiplayer is in Baldur's Gate 3.
Me either. Like I've heard that you play with a party like any other RPG, but you could like get actual people to play those other characters. But I can't say for sure. I still don't understand how it is. I'd have to actually play the game and see.
If I had to give like this to anything, it would probably be Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I think you can play up to like 4 players in this game, I think.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that too, so it's possible. Like I'm kind of a toss up with this one. Can't really say. I definitely don't think it'll be Street Fighter 6 because I think these other games have like multiplayer outside of just 1v1.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna be whatever besides Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Cross. He's like, man, I can't believe Blizzard is doing bad things. It's crazy. It's such a good company. I know, right? Oh man.
Okay, what else? What the hell is Games for Impact? I'm kind of scared to click on that. I feel like it's gonna be some type of woke stuff in that category.
Fuck it, man. Why not? We already here.
You're right.
Let's laugh. Those shits on here. Yep. I have no idea what any of these.
Me either. Space for the Unbound, Chance of the Sinnar, Goodbye Volcano High. I think I've seen a preview for that. Tachia, never seen that in my life. Terra Neil, never seen it in my life. Vimba, never seen it in my life. The only game that I've seen on this list is this game here in this middle. Goodbye Volcano High. I don't even know what the hell this is.
Chia.
Chia.
You can't pronounce it. Yeah, I don't fucking know. We just have to like flip a
Yeah.
coin on this one. What's this? You got some
I'm gonna
dice?
say I would
Roll
say
some-
this. I would say this right here would probably win because this is the only trailer that I've seen out of all of these.
Well, I don't know. We got to take into consideration like which one looks more diverse. Like those look like animals, but we need POCs over here, man. I'm thinking Vimba might be the one, man. There's 3 of them POCs on the cover right there.
Yeah,
So-
but see, like the furry crowd is gonna root for this here. It's like you got all these different. What is it? A rhinoceros and a
no
what the
idea
hell is
what
that
that is.
supposed to be?
I don't know. I'm looking. I can't figure it out.
Because he got bird wings, but he got a dinosaur nose.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Let's get out of this category.
Yeah.
It's like we just confused.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want us to be, fucking confused and questioning everything.
What the hell? Okay, I'm getting curious. Best family. The hell is best family?
Why not? So, let's see what we got.
Disney
Appropriate for game.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Family play, irrespective of genre and platform.
Okay. Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Of course, it's gonna be this. That's what I think.
What?
The Super Mario Bros. Wonder is probably gonna win for this.
Yeah, because Nintendo got a stranglehold on anything family if they're still that around these days.
Yeah.
All the single mother households. But I don't know.
Innovation and accessibility. Oh my god.
Fuck it. But what's
god.
up there? What do they got?
Diablo. Let's say recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. They got your Hi-Fi Rush up here, Josh.
Yeah, and I guess it's they have a lot more options in the option menu when it comes to helping you play. I guess.
Oh, for real?
It's a weird category, but
you know what's funny? Like I was playing this MK1 with my nephew the other day, and yeah, something turned on where like the menu would like call out everything and talk to you. I was like, man, you gotta turn this shit off if we're gonna play this game.
But the innovation in accessibility, Herbert.
Man,
you gotta be accessible before the. Oh yeah, Spider-Man on there. Play with the deaf girl. Yes, let's go.
Oh man,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
This is cool, but there's a huge part of me that doesn't care.
Sounds like you're being a bigot towards the accessible, the disabled, or whatever.
Since I'm an artist, I'm gonna go to this best art direction. I'm curious.
All right.
Okay, so Liza P, that game's art direction is like super dope. If you just asking me from like an artist perspective, this Liza P and this Hi-Fi Rush both look really, really cool.
Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush has like a I guess you could say like a comic book aesthetic, not exclusively, but it can kind of be read that way. Someone with physical disability believing when I say we find a way. All right, Jeff Goldblum. Life finds a way. But what did Chris said something earlier. He wanted to look at a certain best soundtrack. Best soundtrack. find that
Best
out.
soundtrack. Where is that at? Best soundtrack. I feel like I'm overlooking it.
Yeah, I'm looking too. I ain't really.
Is it best score in music or best soundtrack?
It might be score and music. He probably said soundtrack, but score and music is close as we gonna get.
Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate
I-
3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush. Man, Hi-Fi Rush is in a lot of damn categories, man.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, and it's like it is music based too. So
You know what? That makes sense.
yeah,
That makes sense.
the entire game runs to plays to a beat. It's really cool. Like plays it to the mechanics and combat really well. So I'd probably say Hi-Fi Rush. Like I can imagine that the music in Final Fantasy 16 is really solid, really good.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Alan Wake is in so many categories. Like,
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Because I don't see how this soundtrack can amount to these four.
yes, feels kind of reaching. It's like, oh, y'all really trying to push this game, man. It's because it has the black lady in there.
Hey, it's like the Last of Us 2, man. I feel like the Last of Us 2 was like in every damn category almost. I'm like, damn, this game is not that good.
Yeah, y'all really trying to make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's like, nah. Best action, man. Content creator of the year. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's go XQC. Don't even watch that man, but I just want to see if he on there. What?
Iron Mouse, People Makes Games, Quackity, Spring. I have no idea who these people are. I've never seen these people in my life. I never even heard of them.
I was kind of hoping to see XQC. Never mind. Boo.
Extreme boo.
Best esports team. Might as well look at the esports category since esports is
God,
the best ever.
Evil Geniuses. That's the only team that I've heard of. Fnatic, Gaiman, Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality.
I have no idea who Spleen is, Cross. Who is Spleen? What does he do? I know he streams, makes content, but what does he do? Or are you trolling? Because it sounds like you're trolling. But yeah, the only people I've heard of is Evil Geniuses and Fnatic, but that's it. I'm just looking for people I recognize at this point.
Best esports athlete. What? It's like they're running the guy. You're not running no goddamn marathon. What is this?
Fall Guys, man. The best Fall Guys player.
Lee Faker. I have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, I feel kind of racist though, because two of these folks was like, "Is that JDCR?"
Hey, that's funny. I was about to say, I thought this was Arslan Ash right here. I was like, is it Arslan Ash?
I'm looking for like I saw JC. No, that ain't. Oh, JC. No, that ain't him either.
That's a badass trophy though.
Oh yeah,
man. Arslan Ash decides he needs to be on there.
Yeah,
Arslan Ash been putting in work.
Yeah, he didn't want everything. How he not on there? I guess fighting games aren't big enough or something.
Yeah. But I don't see anything else. Do you see anything? It's independent game.
Yeah, let's go indie category. Sea of Stars, because that's the only one I know.
Dave the Diver. I've seen that. It looks pretty cool. So I've only seen Dave the Diver and Sea of Stars. I kind of want to. I was actually looking at this today, and I think I might want to buy this on Steam and play it. It looks cool.
Mm. That's a good.
Batman Diver.
Check it out.
Best debut indie game. I have no idea what any of this stuff is.
Venba. Get those POCs up in there, man. Come on.
Pizza Tower. Isn't that what is that? I think they have a soundtrack, man. And I was listening to some of it the other day. But I have no idea what these are. Curious. Best game direction. Yep.
Outstanding creative vision, innovation, and game direction and design. Baldur's Gate, I guess.
Yeah.
Man,
I would say either Baldur's Gate or Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. That or Super Mario Wonder, because I think no Super Mario game is so samey to where you could just call it another Super Mario.
That's true.
They all tend to take a very unique direction. So I'd probably say between Baldur's Gate and Super Mario Wonder.
Yeah, that's a good take too.
These sure are games that appeal to men. That's why we got to make gaming niche again, man. Because like what we looking at, this is the current setup. So that's narrative. Get that Spider-Man and Alan Wake shit out of here. If I see Alan Wake
now for this category, Alan Wake has been in there like everything. But for this category, I don't know the exact story, but the little bit that I've seen, it looked like he got a good narrative to it. I don't know what the gameplay is like, but it seems pretty crazy.
They put a chick in it and made it lame, automatically disqualified. Sorry.
Yeah, they did do that.
So I'm good on that. Cyberpunk, you don't count. You're that game is just a fucking failure. I don't care that it made a comeback. It's great that it did, whatever. But no, you don't get no awards. Sorry.
It's back from the dead, baby.
Whatever, man.
Back from the dead.
And I'm with Billy Donuts on here. Why is Spider-Man here? Like, you have no business being here. I could see Baldur's Gate and not even Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I'm throwing my hat in the Baldur's Gate ring. Yeah, I do want to try Super Mario Wonder, Chris. Curious about that game because it's been, relatively like positive. It's not overhyped. It's not slept on. It looks like another good Nintendo Mario game, which is all they make is good Mario games. Unlike fucking Sega. So don't make any good Sonic games.
Best mobile game, Final Fantasy VII, Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island.
Raid Shadow Legends isn't here.
What?
Oh no. The Raid Shadow Legends.
My favorite game of all time.
Oh, cannot believe Raid Shadow Legends is not here. Who the hell is playing Ever Crisis? I want the Shadow Legends and the Raid.
I think I've seen a trailer for this, but I don't know exactly what this Honkai Star Rail is. What it's supposed to be.
Pretty sure it's more gotcha.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's got the cute anime waifus on there, so I'm gonna say it's gotcha.
Monster Hunter now. Has Chris played this game? I know Kristen played this game.
No, we ain't playing no fucking Monster Hunter on no phone, dude. Why play mobile Monster Hunter now when we could just play fucking Monster Hunter Rise like an actual gamer?
You can play this on the go, Josh.
Like Monster Hunter Rise? Yeah, I know. Like, come on. Yeah, Cross, this is rigged. I want my Raid Shadow Legends. please sponsor all my videos. Give me $4,000 per upload, Ray, please.
Best esports events. I'm curious.
Well, of course, all I know is Evo, but
League of Legends World Championship, Last TV Paris Major, Evo 2023, International Dota 2 Championships, Valorant Championships.
well, I think Evo is gay, so I don't mind if they lose. Dota. I know Dota's huge. Same with League of Legends, so I think it's gonna be between one of those two.
Yeah.
Because they have $1 million tournaments and shit.
Look at old geese in the background on this picture.
Predictable.
Then it got the Pakistani symbol right there.
But Unspoiled yesterday. What's wrong with the new Castlevania? I like it, but not the slavery backstory. And dude was able to control himself while being a night creature. But overall, I liked it.
Well, you said what's wrong with it?
Yeah. We'll put it back up so you can read it.
Well, I watched it all the way through, and I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah, unless you watched it all. I don't know that much about Castlevania. All I needed was that they did some race swapping, and a significant portion of the story is like, modern issues, and that automatically disqualifies it in my eyes.
Well, okay. So I'll go ahead and get into it, man. Like, so they made the main character, Young Sights.
I don't think I'm wrong, but
So it's like what they did was they emasculated the main character to prop up all the female characters that were around him, basically. So his mom was bad at. We're talking about the main character, which is Richter, right? So Richter, he was emasculated the whole show to prop up everybody else. And it seemed like the show was more about everybody else than the main character himself. And they just turned him into a little bitch until like the final episodes. And if you play the games, you know that's not the case. Like, he's supposed to be like one of the most naturally gifted Belmonts that ever came in the line of Belmont. So he's supposed to be like super powerful, but they handicapped him. Oh, I can't use my powers, Josh. I can't use my powers until I discover that I love myself.
Yeah,
and it's like all these, it's like all of these feminine things. It's like he almost had to realize that he had a feminine trait for him to use his powers, basically.
You're a straight white male. Stop being a straight white male and be a gay, fruity male, and you will find the power of the Belmont that's lurking within you.
And then,
pretty terrible.
So here's the thing. If you wasn't a woman or gay, you were like sorry as fuck in that show. You were so sorry. Like the most powerful vampire was gay. The other most powerful vampire in the show was gay. Then the third most powerful person in the show was black with pink hair. So you had to be gay, a woman, or a black woman. And then, like the dude said, the night creature, the guy that was able to control himself as a night creature, he was gay.
Yeah, sounds pretty gay. Gay show.
So
Yeah.
if you were like a straight male in that show, you were pretty sorry until the very end or whatever.
Which kind of like ruins prospects of a lot of stuff because this is how these people operate. They only inject their shit in established franchises and IPs. If you're a fan of Castlevania, which I'm assuming you are, Herbert, you understand the lore and characters enough to know that if they're going to make a new show, certain things have to be like this. You can't change it, otherwise, it's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's as soon as I heard that, I was like, well, not interested in watching it because I don't feel like watching propaganda, just like Cross
Yeah.
said. So
Where like in the first season, it's like it feel like it was more balanced, But even though what's her name? Cypher, she was completely badass in that show. And it was kind of like, okay, well, she's a Mary Sue, but that it didn't take away from Trevor. They didn't like down him to prop up her. But in this new Castlevania Nocturne, they definitely like lowered him to prop up everybody else.
yeah, yep, that is correct, Cross.
So Cross, yeah, like you said, it's propaganda. It ain't made for fans. It's made for people who want to be fans but don't know exactly. Because all the fans are the people on the damn keyboards typing like, man, this is shit. This is nothing like I remembered. And
Yeah,
then, once we say that, we get called,
bigot,
misogynist and
misogynist.
what's the other word? Homophobic and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
it's like
the
this arc.
whole show has been flipped on its head, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's not right.
yeah, just like this article I got. The Marvel's director Nia DaCosta describes critic of woke Marvel as virulent and violent and racist and sexist and homophobic.
Yeah.
All the way down the list.
Yeah,
Any
it
criticism?
just can't be trash. It can't be just be bad.
Yeah,
Like I was telling you, the last time, like one dude went into it like, man, I'm not gonna look at no woke this and woke that. He was just going to see a good movie, and he was like, man, this movie is trash.
yep. I agree, Cross. Just ignore it because, like I said, as soon as I saw like the usual suspects, I'm like, well, whatever. I like Bloodstained anyway. I'll just play that and hope that they don't make a show about it. But
Yeah, man.
but that's the Game Awards. Typical. A lot of pushed nominations up there. I'll say that much.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
the Alan Wake is in every category.
yeah, like it's gotta win something, damn it. We gotta win something. I was like, golly, come
Oh
on
boy,
now.
best sound,
Best
best
narrative,
game of the year,
game of
best
the year.
narrative.
And I'm like,
Shit, I
Alan
almost
Wake.
want to say it was in best fighting game too. Wasn't it? No.
Yeah, I'm like, Alan Wake was never that
Oh
popular. I
my
mean, it
god!
was
I kind of want to go down the list now, really quick,
just to see how many times Alan Wake
just to
show
see. Okay, game of the year. Hold on.
up.
Best game direction. Hold on, let's see if I can go to next. Best narrative.
That's 3.
Best art direction. Best core
Jesus
music.
Christ. That's 5.
Best audio design.
What the hell, bro?
Okay, whatever.
Okay, it technically doesn't count. Okay. Best.
Innovative.
Okay, not there.
Okay.
Cross.
What?
Oh,
Final Fantasy
no.
14 is in there?
Best
Oh,
community
God.
support. I say Final Fantasy better win that one because they've been on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alan Wake is in 6 so far. 6.
Best VR. Best action. Best action adventure. The
7.
game is not a goddamn adventure game.
Isn't it like
Best
a
RPG.
enhanced? Do you know about the incident like type of game?
Yeah.
Let's go, Alan Wake! Woo! No fan.
Yeah.
Like, man, this game getting pushed harder than that fucking furry game you were playing, Herbert.
That furry game. What furry game?
Yeah, Biomutant, where that judge out of nowhere was just being talked about nonstop. I'm like, yo, bro, like, come on, man. All these fucking ads. Where y'all get this ad money from? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Every time I turn around,
Coaching.
Biomutant.
Why the hell does the coach need a damn award
Man,
when
come
it's
on,
the
dude.
players that are playing?
It's 2023, man. Everyone gets a trophy.
Oh
Participation
my god!
trophy, man. Come on, man. You know better than that.
I think that might. I think that's it.
All right, so 7. 7
Good
categories for that one fucking game. I don't even think Super Mario Wonder was in that many, and it actually deserved to be in half of those.
It's terrible, man.
Hey, where's Alan Wake at? He a good coach. Yeah, I swear, all that BlackRock money. They're probably like, look, man, we can't keep putting Alan Wake in a UR if y'all wanted this show to exist next year. Yes, sir.
Here you go. We'll put you up here.
Man, yeah, we 7 of the categories. We got to win one of them.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh,
All right. Whew, man. So what else we got? Is that it?
I think that's it, man. We going on 2 hours, and I'm gonna get a little tired.
Yeah, man. We having too much fun up here.
Yeah, this was I like this this live stream. This was pretty good.
So stupid, man. What did I say at the beginning? It's like we don't care about this stuff, but we know it's like stupid. It's always stupid. Like them having seafood in the fighting game category, I think last year.
Seafood.
Like, what?
Well, technically, it's a game. You fight.
Yeah, you punch and you kick. So it's got to be a fighting game. Like, you idiots.
Then they got like 2 of the same category: best adventure game, best action game, best action adventure game. Like, what? Come on, y'all just
best action game.
Best and that'll be how Alan Wake win right there. Stop the best.
You know what's funny now? I want to see if it wins anything. I really do.
Yeah, dude, because I swear, like, that's not a game. Like, I don't know how that game is. It a shooting game? Is it a like mystery solve game? I have no fucking idea. But ever since that black lady showed up, man, Alan Wake has just been on 10 nonstop. I'm like, this shit ain't Shaquana Rose. It's not Alan Wake. Golly, I haven't seen pushing this hard since Lightning came out. They were pushing her to be in all the Final Fantasy shit.
So if I had to guess what category it will win, probably this best narrative. That's what it's gonna win. Yeah. I bet you a Huey's hamburger sandwich that it'll win best narrative.
You want to play some bets, huh? All right, let's see. What else was it in?
Hold on, let me.
I know it was in Game of the Year, Game Direction, Narrative. Wasn't it an Art Direction too? I think it was.
Best Art Direction is here.
All right, go. It was only 7. Was it in Innovation and Accessibility?
No, I don't think it was in that one.
Okay. Best performance. Did we look at that?
Best performance. No, not really. We kind of ran through it.
Oh, okay. No, okay, never mind. I'm thinking something else.
I was about to say if Alan Wake is in here, man.
It is right. It's right there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. No, it ain't.
Bill-
Oh,
Bill-
it is. Oh my god, bro.
See, I didn't
Hey.
see it last time because I was looking
Hey,
for
I'm
the
turning this
cover art.
off, man. I think on that note, that's the lady who played. That's the lady in the game, right?
That's what's gonna win right there. This is
Oh my
I
god!
bet you
Over
Huey
over
sandwich.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, because Idris is an actor in Hollywood. He ain't no video
Well,
game actor, man.
Well, he's an actor too.
Yeah,
This
but he's
guy
white.
here.
He's come on, he's white, bro. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
you're right. You're right.
Oh man, it's gotta be this one, man. I put my Huey sandwich on best performance because Alan Wake ain't winning no fucking game awards, dude. He can't.
Bro, I feel like I'm finna lose. I'm finna lose this bet.
Yeah, go ahead and get my sandwich ready,
my
man. Because
God.
I can see it now.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
God, bro. So
all the
wait,
single
that
ladies.
would make 8 categories, wouldn't it?
Yep. Out of 8 categories, the funniest thing to happen is that it wins best performance and none of the other game categories because they got to give Alan Wake something. And why not give it to the fucking black lady? Because like she's been the only person promoting this shit since it was like conceived. It's perfect. It's got to be her, man.
Damn.
Man, yeah.
I done lost this goddamn bet already.
I can't wait. This is tomorrow.
But I'm gonna stick to it though. Best narrative. I think it's gonna win best narrative.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm actually excited for the Game Awards, bro.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be watching that shit live. We gonna stream it, man. See who wins.
No.
Oh man.
All right. On that note, I think I need to turn on in, man.
Yeah, same here. It's 9:30 and I've been streaming all day. Did an early stream on my political channel and came and did this. I think it's time for a much deserved rest.
Hey, appreciate everybody for tuning in too, man. It's been a fun night. You know, we've been going for what, like you say, 2 hours and 14 minutes, and you guys been with us
every step of the way, every minute of the way. Yeah.
Goddamn Alan Wake.
If you do, can I join that stream? Yes, y'all Sykes. Come on down, man. We might as well get some drinks. Hey, get you some Smirnoff. I'm gonna give me some. I want to have fun with this shit. I want to see my burger materialize and I'm so confident that's gonna win, bro.
Oh man, I'm confident. I'm confident too. But I'm gonna stick with my choice though. Hopefully it's a tie and it like equals out to where like we don't have to buy each other anything.
Now if we tie it out, we both gotta get a burger. So
okay.
Just so it's not like a waste. Like you don't want to just destroy a bet.
Oh, so wait. So if we both win, we still buy each other burgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if one of us wins, then the other one buys a burger.
I got you.
Just so it's we both lose when neither of us win, which I highly doubt. Like I really think I'm about to be eating me a burger.
I shouldn't have clicked on that category. I should have skipped over that one.
Well, like when I saw performance, I thought in my head, I was like, it's gotta be like that chick. And then I was like, well, maybe not, because then I saw Idris Elba. I'm like, okay, they got actors. And then I saw Alan Wake down there. I was like, oh.
Bro, I did not see that. I was like, where is it? I was like, where is it? I didn't even know what you was talking about. And I was looking and looking. I was like, oh my God.
She's the only black lady on there. She's the only female. It's like, it's perfect. It's like,
she is kind of fine though. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, all black women are fine. Herbert, that's the trap. Like they're the most beautiful, melanated problem causers in the world, man. Like fuck?
Dang.
Hey, look at it. Like Idris thought he was doing something being black. Take your ass back to Hollywood, man. You ain't about to take no award from my sister.
Oh, man.
My black queen. Yes, yes, queen. Fuck out of here, man. It's
Black
fucking...
girl magic.
Yo, they got to make up for the fact that the Marvels was a flop, and they got to give it to some black woman. So they gonna give it to her, and she gonna take it and be up there talking just like that nigga from God of War, the last Game of Wars.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Boy, I'm loving this.
Oh,
great,
man.
Oh, but like we said, folks, thanks for stopping by and watching the stream. We had a lot of fun with this one. And hopefully
Black Girl Magic.
Yeah, hopefully Black Girl Magic is gonna help me get my my Texas toast burger from Huey's. And I'm gonna enjoy a delicious victory meal. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm about to head on out. Appreciate you, Josh, for having me on, as always.
Yes, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you keeping it nice and interesting up in here.
No problem. No problem.
We got to get on out of here and get some sleep. Well, in the meantime, folks, I am your Immortal Afro Josh. This is my co-host, H3 The Game. You are watching Immortal Afro Gaming, where we will make gaming niche again. Till next time, folks, y'all have a good one. Peace.